So we got it done, but Caden was shocked. Good morning, y'all, from the farm. Lots going on around here. I have so many irons in the fire, but this morning I've got to go and feed Helen. I've got on my UtterTech waterproof bibs today. Thank you, Jody, for sending me a gift certificate to get these. They have saved my clothing because you know when you're feeding calves and goats, mostly calves, and you're getting punched and slobbered on, there's 2 sets of clothes that you have to change every day if you're feeding twice a day. And sometimes they're just ruined. April, meh. But anyway, I'm out here this morning bright and early. Let's go feed Helen and the steers and the goats and Nellie and everybody. But I want to show you what we got done because this needed to be finished. And then I realized something in the process, and I had to make some changes. So let's go. Everybody's headed to the barn. See the pretty green grass? We got another nice rain shower last night. The bare spots are filling in, but I had to do something different also as far as pasture grass, and that's what I want to talk about today is pasture grass, because you know in this area we're lacking for it because of all the sandy soil. So let's go in here and get fed first. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. I'm coming, come on. Oh, she's already hitting me. Come on, girl. Oh, hold on. Oh, my goodness. So what I've done is I've put some beef pellets in this milk because she has started trying to nibble on pellets. So again, thank you, Jody, for the waterproof bibs. They're really saving my clothes, and you'll see why in just a minute. There we go. She decides to do this occasionally. Let her get it out. She will spill her food. We have to eat in a hurry because those steers will take it away from her. Stop. No. Oh, we're down to the food. So I haven't found a way for her to eat yet that she won't spill the bucket. She's very aggressive eater. So some of the pellets in there have dissolved into the milk, and that's what she's doing now. She's down to the pellets, and she wants more just milk. But she's at the age now where she needs to start building that rumen and eating more. I just kind of push against her a little bit. All right, that's enough of going around. We got to watch out for the steers because Oakley doesn't realize that he's big. And Oakley is a little much sometimes. That's why I have that cattle prod laying over here. Now, Do I use the shocker part of it? Nope, not once. Not the first time. But I will make him stay his distance with his horns from me, because he does think that he's a puppy dog. You know I cater to you too much, right? But it's only because I love you so much, Helen. Only because I love you so daggone much. I want you to do well. So you'll see in some of the clips on this video that I've videoed with her in this pasture with the boys, how she can see a little bit from that eye. There's no way that she can't, because she can find me every time. She knows the gate that I come in. She knows the direction that I go, because I always feed her out here by the hay, away from the steers, because, you know, they're aggressive eaters too. So, yep, here he comes. Oh! Nope. Get back. Get back. And he's going to lick the end of it. Nope, stay back. Stay back. Move. Cattle prod. This is a cattle prod. You don't care. It's because I've never shocked you with it. It's because I've never shocked you with it. It makes noise. I'm going to have to shock you with it one day. Move! Don't get on my camera. Let me back the camera up. Okay, move. No. Move. Come on. Nope. You've already had your food. So I just dewormed them. And it looks like the round part of their belly is disappearing. So that's always good. Nope. Move. Get back. Oakley will just knock me down. I have to be real careful with Oakley. Nope, get away from the camera. Oakley, no. Ireland, no. See, she follows me, not the bucket. So clearly she relates me with food. I gotta go and see. Here, you eat that. She is doing good as far as eating the pellets mixed in with the milk. Next, we'll graduate to just pellets. But right now, it's all about... Y'all, don't make me accidentally hit that shock button, please. So I've been thinking now, because she is eating the pellets, and it does take her a little bit longer than it did to suck down a bucket of milk, that now instead of, because she meets me at the gate with the boys, so now instead of feeding her out here, I'm going to take her in that first stall and feed her there. I can take her right through the gate, but that's where I've been feeding Nellie to get her away from everybody. So we're going to play some switcheroos inside the barn, but not today. Yeah, so the round part of the belly now has disappeared from the deworming. So now it's just fat boys. Come on, Helen. Come right to me, didn't you? I started running out of hay. And of course, I couldn't find the little square bells that I was feeding in the feeder anymore. Everybody was out. I could not find any more of the large round bells for a while. I have found some now. But I knew that there was not enough of the green grass in the pasture to sustain the boys, and I even noticed them dropping some weight rapidly when the hay ran out. So I increased their beef pellet feed to sustain them until I could find some more hay, which I did. But it was the large round bale of hay that I found. So went and got some, and here's what I did with the small hay feeder. Okay, so that's the first order of business, was to get this here hay feeder out of the steers pen, because it was in front of the gate and I need to get in there. So I've bought the steers a roll of hay because that feeder does not hold enough. Now I have put Helen in here with the steers because of the C&I mule here. Started being mean to her this morning. Nellie, you were mean to Helen. Yes, you were. So, yeah, they're coming in noticing their hay feeder's gone. He's found him a little bit of hay right there. Mama's about to bring you a big roll in here. So, Nellie, you can get out as soon as I get the hay in, and then we will figure out whether we are going to swap pastures with you and the steers. So they can have the big pasture and you can have the smaller pasture. You may have to be just Nellie in there because you were mean this morning. There was no reason for you to act like that toward Helen this morning. She basically was just running up on Helen like she was gonna eat her up. Okay, as I was saying, and my phone actually rang because I'm on my phone video, and she never hurt Helen, but I was so afraid of her being in her mood today and me not being out here that I decided I would lock her up in the stall, put Helen over in with the steers, and the steers, the only thing they did was lick her. So, and now they're ignoring her. But Helen is actually running in the pasture, having a good time. So now I've just got to get the hay in with the steers and get everybody released. So I put this hay in here, and this is how the cows reacted to it. Y'all feeling good? Y'all feeling good? Look at sweet Helen. They're all pretty excited about that new hay roll. Hey boys, you like your new hay? I don't have a ring yet. That's coming. Mama's doing one thing at a time. I just want to make sure you fed good. Where's Helen with her little tail wagging? Well, the hay roll may not last. I might need to move. Well, it may end up being just a big old stack of hay. What do you think, Helen? Helen, you have got hay all in your eyes. Not that it really matters, does it? And all in your fur. All right. Helen, I need to go and let everybody loose. Oakley is a hot mess. Oakley is a hot mess. Okay, so here's what we did. After I got the small hay feeder out of here, and it's over there in the big pasture, but I'm going to take it over there to the mini barn pasture where the majority of the goats are. The mamas and the babies are now over here in this pasture with Nellie, because Nellie loves the babies and has a fit when they're not in here. But the remainder of all the goats are over in the other pasture, just to give some relief to this pasture. So I got on the side by side and got a drag, and I have dragged manure and spread it all over this pasture, and you can see it starting to turn like really dark green in spots because the manure is all spread out in both pastures. So after I got that done, I did get with Caden, and I had to get the main man over here to help me with the fence. Okay, let's start again. So after I got Caden over here, we had to go ahead and finish some on this electric fence because the bulls just wanted to finish tearing up what they had started tearing up. They tore the fence up right here. I've repaired it the best that I could, but I put an electric wire right here at the center so that they won't walk up to it, and of course one up here, because in the future I'm not sure which pasture that I'm going to have the emus in, so we're going to go around all the pastures with an electric line at the top. I just don't want to risk anything getting in or anything getting out. So I got Caden over here, and he and I spent some time and put the electric fence up. If you remember, there was a corner post down here that had kind of fallen over, and that was the entire problem, was the fact that this corner post was leaning, which made the wire not so tight anymore. Anyway, so hopefully we've got that situation remedied right there and won't have any other issues with the corner post making the fence just way too loose. This down here is still pretty loose. I plan to put that post right here just to kind of pull it back out a little bit. But as you can see, all in all, that fence looks pretty doggone good right there. All the way down, it looks wonderful. So there's juice on the fence. Now, when we were putting the electricity to the fence, you know, you have to test the fence. Well, I realized that when I bought all the supplies for the electric fence, I did not buy a fence tester. So how do you test a fence that you don't have a fence tester? Well, you got to have a volunteer. And y'all, I tried to talk him out of it, but when there was no talking him out of it, I just grabbed my phone, which was the first thing I had handy, and I started videoing. When I say Caden earns his money, Caden really earns his money. Nothing?
Nothing.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding. Back to the drawing board.
Oh.
We fixed it! Caden! Oh my gosh, does that cost extra money today?
No, it'll be fine.
So another thing that I did was I went and got the mineral feeder for the tire, and I went ahead and put some minerals in here with the cows, because not only do I want them dewormed and I want them fat and healthy, I want them to be healthy as far as having the minerals that they need. So that was the next order of business. I put the minerals in and I put the hay in, which the cows absolutely love. And I increased their feed a little bit. So instead of being fed just their pellets once a day, they got an increase in pellets twice a day, just to throw some weight back on them, because, like I said, when the hay started running out, the bulls started dropping a little weight, and it was noticeable to me. Now they're dropping belly weight because I dewormed them. So, but they are very super healthy, and to me they're still fat enough, and they're just healthy looking. So I'm really proud of that. But I also gave the goats a little mineral over here, and you can see that the goats and Nellie are destroying it. So that's where we are. We've had a lot going on, and it has taken several days to get everything done because I have worked in the rain and bad weather. I've worked in sunny weather. I've still been a housewife. I've still been trying to get the garden together, and I will show more of that later because I've done something really cute out there. I've got a few fruit trees I need to get planted, all while working around the storms that came in because, of course, you know, Tony had to go on storm duty. So, you know, if it weren't for Caden being able to come and help, I'm not sure that there are some things that would have gotten done, because he was such a help on that electric fence. Not only, hey baby, not only testing it for me, but he was a help. He was putting the insulators on the post while I had started stringing electric wire, and we got it done. I mean, we just set our mind to this is our goal for the day, and we got it done. So we started taking the, I guess you call it the silage or silage. I think it's silage. So we started taking the silage tarps off of the potager garden. We're getting ready to get the corn in the ground over there. And, you know, the next project is what I'm doing today. I want to show you this before we end this video. I do want to show you this. So I told you that I had been out here and I spread the manure everywhere in both pastures. Well, what we're going to be doing next is I ordered an aerator to punch holes. Now I have ryegrass planted out here just as a placeholder. You know, ryegrass, once it starts warming up, ryegrass will die off. So I'm just using the ryegrass as a placeholder until the warmer weather kicked in. So now it's time, and it's raining, so it's perfect time to be doing this in the next couple of days. But I'm going to be punching holes in the entire pasture here and in with the steers. I've already spread the manure. Now it's time to punch the holes. And then I went and bought seed. So I have got Sahara Bermuda and Bahia grass. And I'm mixing the seeds up with some fertilizer, and I will be sowing that while it's raining good and drizzling. And hopefully they'll soak up moisture from the ground, maybe fall into the little holes. yeah, we're trying and working towards pasture grass. That is my entire goal, is to have a big, beautiful, lush pasture for the animals and not have to rely on where am I going to get hay from. Now in the wintertime, of course, I'll still have to get hay, but I also ordered a hay spear for the tractor. That should be coming in on Tuesday, and I can get round bales of hay and have some here and not have to rely on, are they going to run out before I can go and get that one roll and get it unloaded off the truck, because you know it's hard to unload it just being me rolling a roll of hay. I do it, but it's not fun. But we get it done. We get it done here on the farm. So thank you guys so much for watching the videos. I want to say I appreciate every one of you very much. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. It helps our farm. That is why I do this. I do this for our farm. I put myself out there for the farm, and I can't say enough of how much I appreciate you and followers like Jody, who sent me the gift certificate for these UtterTech waterproof bibs so that I can feed the animals and not have to ruin my clothes twice a day. Also, merch. So if you noticed, my social media logo has changed just a little bit. Jacqueline has been working on that. She's been working on t-shirts and coffee mugs and tumblers, and now she's working on a hat, a Farm On hat from G&G Farms, which I'm absolutely going to love, and I hope you guys do. So the link to the Square site where I sell the merch, it's not a website, it's a Square site, so it'll say square.ggfarms or something like that in the link. That is the link for the merch shop. So go and take a look. I don't think the merch that she's doing has went live yet. I looked as of last night, but she's going to have things ready in the next couple of days to go live. And that's another thing. When she does put the merch on the site, I'm probably going to go live and show you the merch, me wearing the merch, and anything that you buy from our site is very much appreciated, because again, it helps the farm. That is the entire purpose, is to be able to for these animals to be happy. Hey, Nellie, darling. You are so mean, but I love you so much. So, y'all, with that being said, y'all farm on.